We're going to compare turn on the haunches and pivots today. Turn on the haunches are executed in the working walk. You prepare by shortening the steps. The outside forefeet and the outside hind move around the inside hind while maintaining walk rhythm. That is, that each foot steps or lifts off the ground without swinging out or crossing. The horse should show slight lateral pull flexion to the inside and maintain the walk rhythm with the hind legs and front feet clearing the ground in all steps. Balance and connection should be maintained, and a turn on the haunches should never be larger than 1 meter and may be as small as 12 or 15 inches, which is also referred to as a walk pirouette. The walk pirouette and the walk turn on the haunches are exactly the same exercise, but a turn on the haunches may be as big as 1 meter, not larger. The pirouette tends to be 12 to 15 inches. We see this horse maintaining the walk rhythm, and as you study this, study the hind legs and see that the steps keep continuing, and the horse walks in a steady manner, a little collection towards the end where she turns, slight lateral pull flexion, and riders trying to maintain connection and balance. So once again, 1 meter or smaller, lateral pull flexion, keeping the walk rhythm. Now we're going to look at it from the side. And that one right there, the hind legs were excellent. They were quite small and little tiny steps up and down, up and down. And originally, sometimes described as a soldier marching around in place on a small dinner plate, the turn on the haunches should maintain balance and connection throughout. Next, we're going to look at the pivot with the same horse. The pivot begins on the inside hind. It should be established that the pivot foot is the inside hind, and it may step around with the outside. The front feet should cross. The pivot leg is allowed to pick up and reset at the point of stress. It should maintain correct bend with slight lateral pull flexion in the direction that it's moving. Faults are that the horse loses forward intent, backs, becomes mouth open, throws the head, and or loses balance. Also, excessive speed, such as beginning to appear to spin, are all considered to be faults. This horse is keeping the connection, shows the pole in the direction that she's beginning to move. And if you focus on the hind legs as the rider begins, you see that the horse takes 1 or 2 shorter steps to collect, that she plants the inside hind leg, and that the outside leg resets as she turns. Resetting is allowed as the horse meets a stress point. So now we're going to look at it from the back and front as the rider goes up and down the rail. These are executed here as if they are in the tests where they are performed from the working walk. So this rider is in the working walk, and then you're looking for the horse to step onto the inside hind leg and begin pivoting, and you're hoping that the outside leg pivots to some extent and before a reset rather than stepping. Pivots are to maintain lateral flexion to the inside, maintain the inside pivot foot, try to maintain balance and soft connection with the rider, mouth closed, and no obvious tension, backing, crossing in the back. The forelegs do tend to cross and should cross in the pivots.